Hello everybody, welcome to the Evangelist Nick Garrett channel. Today I've got a simple idea for us to ponder as I read through the first two chapters of the History of the Church by Eusebius of Caesarea. First of all, the shirt I'm wearing is one of the ones available in my Teespring store. It's a picture I personally took of the walls and the catacombs of the Franciscan monastery, and you can see the early Christian symbology on the back. I've got in red, Truth First Christianity. It's probably hard to see on camera. Anyway, two terms that I want to throw out there for you today: Theophany and Christophany. One thing that's present right from the beginning, reading chapter 1 and 2 of Eusebius, is that Eusebius, and we're talking about the very earliest church, remember, believed that all the Theophanies are the times in the Old Testament where God appears in person to somebody. He appears with Abraham. He took up Enoch. He took up Elijah. He talks with Abraham at various times. He talks with several people, person to person. Now, Eusebius believed that each time a theophany occurred in the Old Testament, that it was Jesus Christ. That every reference to plural God, ELOHIM, or a theophany occurred, that the person was actually seeing the second person of the Trinity, the Son. And he makes an argument for this. So when does this change? Well, this changes under the church writing of Augustine of Hippo, which is more 500s, 600s, post-fall of Rome. The Benedictine order of monks has risen. And the church has a different type of essence to it. And Augustine's argument was, look, we can't make this argument that the Old Testament theophanies were Christophanies because it's not consistent with the Hebrew. It's not consistent with the Jewish language. Elohim, for example, is a plural form for the singular Almighty God. And Augustine argued that it was disingenuous to say, well, that must be Jesus, because it says, let us make man in our image. Now, that being said, it was clear that in the earliest church, under the writings of Eusebius, there was this idea of the grand council, the grand heavenly council. Yet we never hear who this is made up of. Is this God, the Son, the Spirit? Is it God and some angels? We just don't know. But what I wanted to do is, as we work through it in chapter 1 and 2, one of the things that gets highlighted in Eusebius's history is that the earliest church believed theophanies, appearances of God as a man in the Old Testament, are in fact Jesus Christ, the second person of the Trinity. Later, Augustine makes a different argument that these theophanies are not, in fact, Jesus Christ. It's a fascinating read, and I look forward to talking to you more about these things as we go. God bless you, and may your work today bear fruit. Thanks.